What's up, guys? Big Boss here, bringing you a game of combat mission for Medal of Honor. Now, I am using the SVD combat scope open tip ammo with the suppressor. Now, everybody's like, a single shot weapon, why are you using a suppressor? Because it hides you, and you'll see in this gameplay that a couple of times I just completely destroyed these kids, and they had no clue. They didn't come back to get me. They didn't even look for me. So that's why I use the suppressor. Now the first two, three objectives, I cut out the first objective. So uh, this objective and well, this is the only one I do halfway decent on. But I end up switching up to the F2000 a little bit later. I do pretty good. I get up to a 445 score streak. Needed that last one assist, couldn't get it. Got fucking violated by a sniper, but it happens. So let me talk a little bit about this game. The game overall is a good game. I do not like the hit registration. It's fucking retarded, man. You don't see it much in this game, but I've got hours upon hours of gameplay on my computer that I may or may not put up because, I'll be shooting a guy in the back, he'll turn around and he'll just kill me. And it's, or, I'd be shooting at a guy and, my shots don't register until, four or five, half a clip, later. So, I doubt I'll be posting a whole lot of Medal of Honor. Um, I might even take it back. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. We got Black Ops coming out. Thought about picking up New Vegas, but I had Fallout 3, didn't really care for it. So I don't know if I'll pick that up. I might pick up Fable 3. That looks like a pretty good game. I like Fable 2. Had a lot of fun playing it. I might go ahead and pick that up and put up some gameplay for you guys. But back to this game. This combat mission I would say is the best game type to get your score streaks up. Reason being is it's a lot longer. If you're on the attacking side, you've got 100. Your team has 120 deaths before you lose. If you're on the defending side, you can die as many times as you want. Basically, on the defending side, you're trying to kill the enemy as much as possible before they can reach the third or fourth objective, because usually once they get to the fourth objective, you pretty much lost the game. And teamwork, man, I can't stress it enough. If you play this game, be a team player. I've, they only allow you 4 people in the party, just like fucking Battlefield, which sucks. Especially, most of the teams is what, 12 on 12 or whatever. You'd think they'd allow you at least 6 people, to have half of a team. But no, this fucking gay ass developers, man, I don't know. Dice Dice just needs to quit. They that's it, plain and simple. They just need to quit. They suck. The concept of this game, multiplayer wise, is great. I mean, if everything worked the way it was supposed to, if everything would register like it was supposed to, this would be a fucking awesome game. But it doesn't, which I blame that on the developer. Well, that and EA with their fucking dedicated server bullshit. Man, that is the most retarded fucking thing. I thought, yeah, with Call of Duty, I thought, well, if they went to dedicated servers, there wouldn't be quite as much lag. Well, kind of, sort of, in a roundabout way, that's true for you. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody else isn't going to lag. And, since you're both connecting to a server and it has to process and then send it back, you've got a faster connection. You'd think that you would get the drop, you would get the advantage, but no, it's not that way. I don't know why. I mean, unless 90% of the people I've played with on this game has a better connection than I do, which I doubt it. I mean, because I'm 25 meg cable internet, uploaded about 5 megs, so, I've got a pretty good fucking package, and I pay out the ass for it, but that's beside the point. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that works or why, some guys I can pop them in one shot and they'll drop, and most of the guys, I've got to put a full clip or more in them before they die. And but yeah, they seriously need to redo, the way that they do the multiplayer on this game. It's frustrating to say the least. Like I said, this game has pissed me off more than any other game, to the point that I literally almost pulled the fucking disc out of my Xbox and broke that motherfucker one night. And I might throw up some game footage, maybe a what the fuck montage or something like that, or I might even just put a full match on there of me getting fucking raped left and right. Probably won't commentate that, but you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. And it's not like, well, you just suck, you can't aim, blah blah blah. Well, sometimes that's the case, but it's the times that that is not the case that I really get fucking irritated. I mean, really, really fucking irritated. I'm sure my neighbors are thinking I'm beating somebody over there or trying to kill somebody, screaming, "Why won't you just fucking die?" Shit like that. But my buddies know. They play with me, especially on Call of Duty. It got to the point there for a while that it was that way, and so they know they know firsthand how I get when I get fucking pissed off or the game's not going my way. But that's part of gaming. That's why they've got that warning. Online play may differ from blah 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 bullshit. But yeah, this is a really long video. If any of you have played this game, combat mission can take quite some time, and I've cut quite a bit out of it out to get it down to 15 minutes. I think I cut like 6 minutes out of it or so. And commentating this motherfucker is going to be a bitch because this is my second commentary, and never had to talk this long, except for on the phone with some females, but that's a little bit different. I'm working towards something. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. So now I don't know where it's at on the video because my preview is lagging just a little bit. But at this rock here at the second objective, this is a hell of a spot to sit if you're attacking, because you can't get shot from the left unless they come around that rock. And if you're with a halfway decent team, they're going to be in that area, so shouldn't anybody sneak by there. Now you can stand where I'm standing with a scope weapon, preferably a SVD or a M21, basically a semi-automatic. You don't want that single shot, because if you miss that first shot, they're going to know where you came from, which more than likely they're going to shoot you as soon as if you do like I do with a single shot, I'll pop a shot, I'll duck, wait for the next round to load, and then I'll stand back up. Well, a lot of times when I miss, when I stand up, I lose my head, literally. So you want to use a semi-automatic or an assault rifle with the ACOG, or even Spec Ops with an ACOG in this spot. But if you'll notice that little spot where you can just barely see their head, a lot of players will go there thinking that they're going to get guys coming from the area that I'm sitting at right now, if I'm still at that area, which I think I am. But if not, oh well, fuck it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now, I got all the way up to a strafing run sitting in this spot. Now, I could have, camped a little bit more instead of rushing the objective when I got my second death, you know, but I was impatient. I don't particularly like to camp if there's not action around me. Like, I like to camp the action area, you know, like I'll get kind of close to the objective and kind of camp it out there just far enough away back to where if my team spawns on me, they don't have to run all the way across the map, but far enough back so that I can still see, especially with the combat scope, I can still see clearly, a large figure or semi-large figure in my scope when I'm aiming down sight. And you might notice that I sit aim down sight. I do that. It's a habit from Call of Duty. I mean, my team, my clan is more of an objective game type clan, and so we generally say if we're playing domination, we'll generally cap A and B, and then we'll kind of kind of cut off the choke points for the enemy team spawning at A, and that's kind of where I got that. We'll sit there, we'll aim down sight and just kind of wait on them. Call it camping, call it what you will. I'll actually address that in my next video on Call of Duty. I've got a demolition where I just tore them up, and I've got a domination where we did fairly well, and I've got to capture the flag where we actually, I mean, literally just raped a team. And but yeah, I'll throw those up at some point, and it's kind of something to look forward to. I'm hoping I'm doing better. I'm trying to learn this Pinnacle Studio. That's what I render with. A lot of people use Sony Vegas. I don't really like it. It's a little resource heavy for me. Pinnacle Studios I've found is it doesn't really go too in depth like Sony Vegas does. This is just your basic editing. You can record, voice record, split your clips, blah blah blah, zoom in, just your basic stuff. I'm sure there's more to do with it that you can do with it that I know about. But like I said, I've just got into this whole thing. I've done a few videos in the past, but nothing major. A couple of montages, and so this, I'm learning the program. I'm trying to get it to where I can, do some good and hopefully make the videos 10 times better within the near future, so you guys aren't struggling or thinking, well, why the fuck is this loser making videos? He sucks. Well, yeah, I do suck, but hey, what can you do? I'm I'll put it this way. I'm a realistic gamer. A lot of these guys, Hutch, I'm not saying that they're bad. I mean, they're great gamers. But I don't mind if I go negative. If I'm playing a team objective game, I go negative. My team wins. I'll post that shit because it's about the win. Now, if I'm playing fucking team deathmatch and I go negative, fuck no, I ain't gonna post that shit. But I don't play team deathmatch because there's too much camping involved. And, I can't stand campers. You're like, well, you're camping? No, not really. I'm right on the objective. I'm helping my teammates that are planting. I'm helping keep the enemy off of them. Because if I'm shooting at them by the objective and killing a few of them here and there, they're going to start looking for me and pretty much quit paying attention to the objective. And I think eventually that's what ends up happening here. We get some air support in. I'm picking them off on the right side. We got some guys on the right picking them off on the left side. And we've got some guys, all the way to the far left keeping us from getting flanked. This was a pretty decent team, which is why we won. I was third on the list. I didn't do too bad. I think it was 32-10. It's not a great score, but it's not too bad, especially considering we won and I didn't, stay halfway across the map from the objective. So, anyway, yes, the game has got a couple of more minutes left. This is the second to the last objective, which you can see down there in the left-hand corner. And I don't do a whole lot. I kind of suppressive fire just to try to help the team out, keep them from getting raped when they're coming up to the objective. I get a few supports. I don't think I get any kills off of them. But hey, sometimes it happens that way. And just so you know, those binoculars do not work through any windows or any gaps in anything. You pull that trigger, it's going right there on the first thing right in front of your face. I learned that the hard way. I think I died a few times sniping on, I can't remember the map, but it had the sniper's perch with all the windows in it and whatnot. Well, I figured, I could shoot them out the window. Nope, boy, was I wrong. I ended up violating myself anally. But anyways, this match here is coming to an end. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if, this shit's worth watching or not. I mean, I won't know if you don't tell me. Later.